You walk into IKEA for one thing. Maybe a lamp. Maybe a shelf. Maybe just a pack of batteries. And somehow, 40 minutes later, you're standing in a completely different part of the building holding candles, storage boxes, two glasses you didn't need, and wondering where the exit went. If you've ever felt like IKEA was designed to make you take the long way around, you're not imagining it. The stores really are built around a guided journey through rooms, products, and displays. But here's the interesting part. The long walk isn't just about showing you more furniture. It's part of a much bigger business system. And once you understand that system, IKEA starts to look completely different. Most traditional stores work like this. You know what you want. You find the aisle. You pick it up. You leave. IKEA turns that logic almost upside down. In many of its large stores, customers begin in a showroom and move through a sequence of furnished spaces. Living rooms, bedrooms, kitchens, dining areas, offices, children's rooms. Then comes the marketplace, followed by the self-service furniture area. Official IKEA store maps even show a suggested route connecting these different sections. There are shortcuts. So no, IKEA isn't literally trapping you inside. But the default experience is unmistakably designed to guide you through much more of the store than you might have planned to see. And that matters. Because every extra room is another opportunity to discover something you weren't originally looking for. This is where IKEA's strategy becomes much more interesting. Imagine you're buying a sofa. A normal furniture store could put that sofa on a floor with 20 other sofas. IKEA does something different. It puts the sofa inside a living room. There's a rug underneath it, a lamp beside it, a coffee table in front, pictures on the wall, cushions, storage, maybe even books and plants. Suddenly, you're not evaluating one piece of furniture. You're looking at an entire version of a home. And that's powerful because the question in your head changes. Instead of, do I need this lamp? It becomes, would my living room look better like this? The showroom gives products context. And when products are shown together, IKEA can turn one purchasing decision into several. You came to look at a sofa. Now you're thinking about the rug, and the lamp, and the side table, and maybe the storage unit underneath the television. IKEA isn't only displaying inventory. It's displaying possibilities. Now combine that showroom strategy with the route through the store. The longer the journey, the more categories you're exposed to. Even if you're there for a desk, you may walk past kitchens, lighting, bedroom storage, dining furniture, home accessories. Things you would never have searched for online because you didn't know you wanted them. This doesn't mean every customer follows every section. IKEA provides shortcuts in many stores. But the main route creates a simple advantage. Discovery. Online shopping is extremely efficient when you already know what you want. A physical IKEA store can do something different. It can show you things you weren't searching for. And that's exactly where spontaneous purchases can happen. There's another interesting shift as you move through the store. At the beginning, you're thinking about big decisions. Sofas, beds, wardrobes, kitchens. But later, especially through the marketplace, you're surrounded by much smaller products. Glasses, candles, kitchen utensils, storage boxes, towels, pillows, decorations. The psychological barrier is different. A new sofa requires thought. A small kitchen organizer, much easier. And after spending a long time imagining your future home, these smaller products can feel like easy ways to take a piece of that transformation home immediately. One product doesn't need to dramatically change the final bill, but several small additions can. This is what makes IKEA's physical experience so effective. Big products create the aspiration. Small products make it easy to act on it. But here's where the store layout connects to something much bigger than psychology. Eventually, you reach the self-service furniture area. This is one of the foundations of IKEA's business model. Instead of keeping every piece of furniture assembled and having employees retrieve it for you, many products are stored flat in boxes. You find the product. You take the box. You transport it. And in many cases, you assemble it yourself. That may sound like IKEA is giving the customer more work, because it is. But that's also part of how the company can keep costs down. Flat-packed furniture takes up less space during transportation. It can be stacked more efficiently. And customer assembly means that assembly doesn't have to be included in the base price of every product. This idea has been part of IKEA for decades. The company adopted flat-pack furniture in the 1950s as a way to reduce transportation problems and costs. So that strange warehouse at the end of your IKEA trip isn't separate from the showroom experience. It's the other half of the model. At the beginning, IKEA sells you the idea. At the end, it gives you the box. And somewhere in this journey, there may be meatballs. IKEA restaurants have been part of the company for decades. Today, stores can include restaurants, cafes, bistros, and Swedish food markets. That means a trip to IKEA doesn't necessarily have to be a quick retail transaction. Customers can stop, eat, have coffee, take a break, then continue shopping. For families especially, that can make a large store easier to spend time in. And from IKEA's perspective, food also turns the brand into something bigger than furniture. You may forget the name of the shelf you bought 5 years ago, but you might still remember the meatballs. The restaurant becomes another part of the IKEA experience. So now put all of the pieces together. The showroom inspires you. The route exposes you to more categories. Complete rooms help you imagine products together. The marketplace makes smaller purchases easy. The self-service warehouse reduces part of the traditional retail handling. Flat packs make transportation more efficient. Customer assembly helps keep the product price lower. And food gives visitors somewhere to pause during what can become a long trip. Individually, none of these ideas looks revolutionary. Together, they create something much harder to copy. A retail system. That's the real secret of IKEA. The maze isn't the business model. It's one piece of a model where the customer doesn't simply buy furniture. The customer moves through the experience, discovers the products, collects the boxes, transports them, and often builds them. IKEA has designed an enormous amount of the process around customer participation. So the next time you walk into IKEA for one thing and somehow end up much deeper inside the store than expected, remember, the journey isn't random. The rooms aren't random. The warehouse isn't random. Even the fact that your new table comes home in a flat cardboard box isn't random. They're all connected. IKEA built a system that combines inspiration with efficiency. It shows you the home you could have, then lets you do part of the work required to create it. And somewhere between the entrance and the exit, you might pick up a few candles too. Because sometimes the smartest business strategies aren't hidden behind a spreadsheet. They're hidden in the way a company makes you walk through a store. And IKEA isn't the only company built this way. Subscribe. Next, we're looking at why gyms make more money when you stop showing up.